Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Colleen Witt, and today we have very, very special guest, DC Youngfly in the building.
What it do?
Yes.
I thought we was already recording.
Oh, you
That was crazy.
You was putting on a
We
good...
were 25 minutes, 30 minutes in. I just knew it. I was like, ooh, this good. When none of that shit gonna get used, oh my Lord.
So, what are you gonna have me eating today?
Oh, we starting for real.
What you gonna cook for me?
Oh, this how the show go. Oh, okay.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, today I'm having beef and noodles.
I got some. This one of
The OG classics?
The OG classic, the triple OG. You know when you add the hot dog in the dish, you kind of like what's the school they go to be a chef?
Culinary school?
No, not it's culinary, but cordon bleu. Yeah, this like the stage right before cordon bleu. You feel me? They be like, show me your dish. Or be like, oh, that's nice. So you whip out there, put it with the noodle. You cordon bleu that motherfucker. But what kind of sauce we got? I probably told you to get the sweet baby Ray, but it's all good.
All this time, and you just now realizing the missing ingredient?
But now, see, once I realized what we were doing, I forgot the extra. But now that I'm here, I'm like, damn, it is a little bit more to it. But this the main dish, though.
Okay, so what's the missing sauce you said?
Sweet baby Ray.
Ooh, what is that? Is that hot sauce? Is it
Nah, that's barbecue sauce.
Yeah, barbecue sauce.
You don't know about
to
sweet
ramen?
baby Ray.
But wait, you add that to ramen?
You don't know about sweet baby Ray.
Do you really add that to your ramen?
You don't know about sweet baby Ray.
No, I don't.
Everybody.
Oh my
Listen,
gosh.
if you still eat hot sauce, you are technically a slave. We have been past the hot sauce stage. That shit was from 99 to the 2000 when Back That Ass Up came in. We on sweet baby Ray.
Okay.
But he got some more shit. He got the sweet chili. That really the one that hit the sweet.
Is this Atlanta based or something?
Nah, sweet baby. He nationwide.
Okay.
Yeah, sweet baby nationwide. As soon as you go in the barbecue sauce, he got a whole section. It ain't just like a shelf. Shout got shelf. Come on down. Okay. But nigga, you look at the whole aisle. You like, ooh, this sweet baby Ray. they all him. No, you gotta add that on top of that. And sweet baby Ray good with steak, chicken. It's just a good little, you know what I'm saying, little additive, you know what I'm saying, you can put into whatever you got, man, you know.
I really wish I would have tried it with the Sweet Baby Ray now.
You ain't never had Sweet Baby Ray?
Well, not with ramen and hot
a whole
dogs.
cooking show.
Yeah, and you know what? You'll be the first guest to ever do ramen with hot dogs with Sweet Baby Ray. It would have been legendary.
Man, see, Sweet Baby Ray need to go ahead and put me in the commercial.
Yeah, at this point.
No cap. The first thing come on, you never had Sweet Baby Ray. What? So now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with it though.
Here's a butter knife.
See, y'all got the beef. See, let me show you something.
We have beef and chicken.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna mix it up. We're gonna get both on.
Okay, I don't know if you have enough water.
No, we got enough water. That pot big.
No, that pot. Okay, I'm gonna stay out the kitchen.
You are so thoughtful. We don't need all that. Here we go. We're gonna get these right beef that you can't even be next to. We're gonna chop it up. Yeah. You gotta chop it up like you gonna do something with it. Yeah. Oh, this real beef. This motherfucker don't even cut at the end. Okay, then you got a butterfly. Ooh, you got a butterfly. Butterfly. Stick it in the middle so it can burn in the middle. All right. To all my real noodle pioneers out there, what's the first thing you do with the noodle? What you do with the noodle?
You break it.
All right then, you done did something before. Don't nobody eat long ass noodles be sitting there on them. Somebody do all that pussy ass shit. We want them to be right here. Nigga be sitting here, twisting it and shit. And I get your pussy ass on, man. We want little ass noodle, man.
I've never seen someone cut the hot dogs before they boil them.
Oh yeah, you gotta cut the hot dog. You see that pack? You gotta save it. When you see it, you hear how full it is. You like, yeah, that's a lot of sauce. All the young kids know that sauce. You got to have you some sauce. With that beef sauce. Yeah. Which one better, beef or chicken?
Chicken. Well, I'm an anti-beefer.
And you know what? I'm over here tripping. I can't eat chicken.
It's just the
I'm still up here about to kill myself for this show.
But there's no chicken in it.
No, there's chicken in this. It's
Yeah, but I'm
flavor.
saying, so remove the flavor.
So this really, but this has been like put to the side, been prepared like it was gonna be chicken. So we gotta throw it away like it was chicken.
Okay.
Damn, what? I was gonna mix the sauce. I almost did it again. It's all good. Yeah. We're gonna put that in there right now. Let that simmer. That's what you call simmer. Okay. Okay. All right, you doing that. Sometimes when you crush them up too much, you look stupid because now they look like Frosted Flakes. They just in there, little ass noodle. Okay, then we're gonna dunk these in here like they here. Like they some oysters. Hey, you let that cool.
Okay, so take me back to what was going on when you were eating ramen consistently.
It was some dope selling.
For real, for real?
Yeah.
So it wasn't making a profit?
No, it made enough profit, but you know, you gotta like manage your money and you know what I'm saying, don't live over your means, you know what I'm saying? Like I knew then like I could survive off of Church's 2-piece, two drums and a wing and 2 biscuits. I do that 2 times a day, I'm straight. Mm-hmm. I ate, I thought I did. Mm-hmm. No, nigga, you ain't eat. You barely getting by. You feel what I'm saying? But as a youngster, you like, shit, that shit cost me $7 to the max. I done made $300-400 today. Shit, what the hell I'm up here eating $100 worth of food for? Mm-hmm. So, you know, that was around about that time.
How old were you?
19, 20.
19, 20. And then I just want a quick picture of your home life growing up.
My home life?
Mm-hmm. Parents together, separated?
Nah, they separated. Been separated since I was like 6 years old. Mm-hmm. Dad stayed on Bankhead. I stayed in Adamville. Mom stayed in Adamville. Went to Carver, Mays, Crim. Graduated from Crim. It's a Atlanta public school on the east side, but it's a alternative school, an open campus. You could be 40 and come back and get your GED. Right, you be in class with a nigga 16. You like, well, you old as fuck. It was a nigga in the bathroom. I knew that nigga was undercover, bro. We shooting dice, right? I look up, I'm like, this nigga ugly, but he look old as fuck. He probably like every little bit of 20-something. And I tap my partner because I'm thinking it's a police undercover. I'm like, bro, hold up. I said, hey, bro, I said, who you is? He talking about, woot. And I was like, you go to school here? You were like, yeah. He got a notebook and everything. I was like, what program you in? He was like, I'm in the GD program. I was like, how old you is? He was like, I'm 28. I was like, bro, we 17, bro. You in here with some 17-year-old, but how much money you got, though? Put out. So we gambling with an old ass nigga. So them the type of environments that I was in when I was growing up. And 19, 20, I'm just outside, just trying to figure it out.
How'd you end up in alternative school? Were you?
I got caught at school with some weed.
Okay. So you selling weed pretty much?
Yeah, I was selling weed at school. Don't do that, kids. That's bad. That's a crazy felony. You don't even know what you getting yourself into. You think you just getting some money, but they got a real no drug policy, 0 drugs, ex school, and that shit come with like 10 charges that you don't even know nothing about. So
when you're that age, did you have an idea on what you wanted to do with your life?
As a youngster, I wanted to play ball. I really had a dream in basketball. And then once I told I was no good, it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? So
who told you were no good?
A coach. I think he's still living. Nigga named Coach Matt.
So you was playing at high school and they was just like, nah.
Yeah, I went to another high school. When I got kicked out of my first high school, I went to another high school. And they was a little bit more advanced. You know how certain schools be more advanced? So you good over here, but over here, you ain't really that good. You know what I'm saying? The E-boys advanced. And like you playing in the country, and you like, but these niggas down here so sorry. Then you come in the city, you like, but you need to go back to the country. Because you'll get a better chance in the country, you know what I'm saying? So that type of, I understood that once I got older, because at Carver, we were just starting the school, and the particular school that I was at School of the Arts, I kind of had like the best jump shot, and you know, I probably
was a man there.
I had the best potential that could represent that school. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, you may be all right, but if we need a team, we're gonna at least start with you. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta train you. You know what I'm saying? But when I went over there to May, them boys over there like, these boys go to summer leagues and all this extra shit, and I'm like, oh yeah, I ain't do the summer league programs and all that. I just waited to basketball season to come around. Y'all niggas do this shit year round. While I'm playing baseball, you still playing basketball. So it was like, oh yeah. And once that shit happened, it was just like, all right, I'm in the streets for real. Like, all right, what is there to do? Because I thought it was gonna be basketball, and since it ain't basketball, and
what's your parents
cocaine.
saying when all that? What'd you say?
Yeah, I started selling cocaine at 15, 16 years old. Okay. I sold cocaine the next week.
Okay. But you still in school though?
Yeah.
Okay. So you in school, you selling cocaine, your basketball dreams
yeah, that shit over with.
Okay, so
it like he took my dreams and put them in the ball like Space Jam and booted that bitch. And I ain't never seen it again. I just watched it. No! I've been sorry. I go on the basketball court, I'm like, Bro, I play like I believe him. I'm like, that's what he was talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah, that shit wasn't gonna never make it. So it was like, yeah, but that's why I don't crush people's dreams now. Cause I done been in like certain situations where I know what they feel like. I can't crush nobody's dreams. As a child, it was crazy that it had to be that real and that harsh. You know what I'm saying? But it was good that I had it at an early age, because somebody who may think they're strong probably went through that like at 25. You feel me? May don't even know how to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
You thinking you ready, you feel what I'm saying? But I had to deal with that shit at an early age. Like somebody telling me some shit that I believed in since I was a child, and telling me that I was no good and that I wasn't gonna be shit with it. And it was just like, find something else to do. It was like, I ain't never heard that in my life. You know, and once that happened, I was just like, all right. I was always open-minded to doing new shit if this don't work. So I've been like that since 15. If this don't work, I'm gonna do this. If that don't work, I'm gonna do that.
So what made the drugs not work?
I ain't say that didn't work.
I mean, the drug, well, you obviously, you pivoted out of it. So
it just wasn't for me.
Okay, so what was the thing that made it not for you?
It was just God telling me it wasn't for me.
Okay.
It was just, you gotta be paying attention when you go through shit and he make you sit still, and it's a time of reflection. You know what I'm saying? You have to really reflect and try to make sure that your next move is your best move. You know what I'm saying? So the person that y'all know today, and who I've become and who I am and what I stand for, was a person that was just like, I had a street mentality just like that. Like how I'm so adamant about doing this, I was adamant in the street. Like I was adamant, like I want to sell drugs. Like if we gotta meet the plug, I gotta learn how to whip cocaine. Like I'm trying to, whatever lane there was where the money was being made, I have to learn that and be that and do that. And I got stabbed up in 2013, and I had to sit down and really just reflect on my life and figure it out. And that's when Divine and the comedy came about. You know, when I had nothing, God knew that I had to take my hands away, because you got to sell dope with your hand. You gotta.
Is that where you got hurt?
Yeah, I got stabbed right here, and I got stabbed over here, and I got stabbed in my back.
Okay.
So it was like I was in the cast for a couple months, long time. But it's like when you break bones and you shatter bones and you cut things, that's a long recuperation. Like that's a long recuperation, especially when you have to relearn to use things. You can sit there and be like, all right, I'm gonna get my feeling back, but you don't get that actual muscle memory. You have to work on that. You know what I'm saying? Especially when something happened to you and then you like have to start over. You'll think like, oh, my hand gonna come back like this. No, if I wasn't doing this every day, my shit would be just like this. Stuck.
Wow.
So I had to work on it, and that was a time of reflection and trying to get my life together. And then that's when the Vine came about.
You said Vine?
Vine.
Vine, the infamous Vine. The
Vine.
6-second video.
6-second video.
Okay, so Vine comes off.
Yep.
You're coming out of the cast?
I'm still in it. My hand don't recuperate till like 2 years later.
Okay, so what happens with Vine?
My boy Fat and Paid, my boy Moneybag Mafia, US 2500. We all started on that Vine together back then. It was a union of Atlanta Viners, and we represented Georgia at the time. What people don't know, Vine was a huge thing for people that was on social media and people repping a side of town. Like people may looked at it like it was people like that was on Vine. No, we was representing like Georgia, cause you got NOLA. That's how people know Super them, and Tokyo Vanity because they represented Louisiana. And now I know that because I was in that area. You feel me? So it was like, who's in Louisiana popping? They was popping. Who in Georgia popping? Me and my partners popping. And it was like, that's how King Batch popping. Oh, that's them West Coast niggas.
Yeah.
Oh, you feel what I'm saying? So it was like everybody was representing something. And once that popped off, it was like people was following it. And I didn't know how big it was. I didn't know people was doing this on their spare time. I was selling dope. I did not know people was on the internet looking at videos.
Yeah, but Vine was a very challenging application because it was 6 seconds to get. Wasn't it 6 seconds? Or what? How long was it?
It was 6 seconds. You got to also understand, and that's crazy that I think about it like that. I wasn't paying attention to none of that shit.
So you weren't on socials at all?
No.
You was just
I was on social, but I'm like Facebook, checking DMs, hoping somebody said something, and like it was that type shit. Like, you know, that regular life shit, like, did she write back, ass nigga? That was me. You know what I mean? Like, what is that to do on Facebook besides scroll on your feed or what? But I'm gonna sit down and do that later on. But we not recording no videos I know I'm in the streets, man. This shit is telling on yourself. What am I recording?
So anyways, you in the streets, you adopt the Vine platform, okay?
I was nervous.
You were nervous?
We checking on this shit. We not talking this shit. Nothing got big.
Hot dog over here like, hey man, I know you talking, but nigga, you better hurry up.
So you're on the Vine. Was it hard to adopt the 6 second comedy?
It was hard to adopt doing that shit anyway. Cause I ain't know what that shit was.
And were you editing videos or just shooting and
Nah, they were just 6 seconds, so it ain't no time. You can't edit them. It was like,
well,
that's what you
the
shot.
LA crews be editing.
But we knew we was different from them. I told my partner, I said, hey, bro, they're great at this. Like, they're already setting a standard and a mark of saying, all right, there's a level to get to. But look, bro, we in the hood, bro. We can't flip no car. I told my partner this verbatim. I said, bro, we can't be coming up with shit thinking we gonna flip a car and then hoping we get somebody to edit it that it's gonna flip. No, nigga, I got roaches in my house. I'm gonna show them these roaches that I can flip. And goddamn, that's what they gonna get. And when I did it, and the folks were like, look at the roach. I was like, bro, they so fascinated about this roach. Like, what the fuck? I was like, I got some more, you feel me? So it was like, I was just fascinated that they was fascinated by this shit. Like, they ain't never been in the hood. And I would just open up the door of just like what this hood life was about, but how we can just keep our, you know what I'm saying, humility about shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, we good. The way you look at us is like, those guys over there, they're in the ghetto and they some thugs. And it's like, nah, nigga, we really be laughing this shit off, buddy.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, look at this shit. Now you're intrigued. Because I'm showing you a day in the life of what did, like, if you watch me and you follow me, I literally showed you a day in the life of my life.
Yeah.
I showed you how it started. From where it started to where I am now, these motherfuckers been in my goddamn face.
So you're doing successful, you're start to pick up on Vine. What's your next play?
We go to Instagram because
the time is longer.
The time is longer. And not only that, it was like, wasn't nobody over there. Nobody.
This is before Vine falls off completely.
And they really weren't falling off. It was just, they had other apps that was being competitors, and they was giving us more seconds. And it wasn't really no way for us to make income off of Vine like that. It was more so notoriety. And when Instagram came out, it was a little bit more faster than Vine. And the income started coming when people wanted you to come out like for appearances and stuff. You're not getting called out for appearances on no Vine. Nobody care about that shit. You just known on one of these little social media platforms. And back then, the big labels didn't really know what to do with these upcoming social media stars. They knew people from YouTube, and you gotta also understand, my range of YouTube, we going on YouTube to watch fights and shit.
Like World Star type stuff?
Yeah, like we ain't even going on there to watch nothing productive. Not long, we got the access to go look up anything we want. We going on World Star looking for a fight.
So you're able to take your fan base off of Vine and transfer it to Instagram, which is a huge feat. Okay.
Yep.
So you take your fan base, you switch to Instagram, you realize that you have something. When do you actually realize that you have something enough? Well, let me backtrack. After the hand situation, you completely stopped doing dealing, right?
Yeah, I knew that wasn't gonna do nothing.
Okay.
I had to make a pact. Not really a pact. It was just a promise to the higher power that if I take this serious, I ain't really gonna be selling no dope. Well, I'm not gonna be selling no dope. It took me a minute to get my completely stop. Probably like a year.
Okay.
2 years. You know how niggas still be trying to be in the street? And you know what I'm saying? Like,
Dance back and forth, straddle that line.
I'm not supposed to have my hand touching it and doing all that. You're not a street dealer. You're not. You can't ask me for some weed and I receive money for it. I'm gonna feel so bad. I can't hand for hand do no drug transaction like that shit. I'm gonna feel horrible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I leave that alone to become this, I guess, this comedian or whatever this is. It's working. I know I'm gonna get something out of it, but I don't really know. I'm really trying to be a music star, so I'm gonna just get the notoriety to drop an album and then you know what I'm saying, get signed.
So the goal was music.
Yeah, I'm gonna get signed. That's what I thought. Like I did it the second month I started. The first month I was like, ooh shit. I dropped an album the second month and
nobody was messing with it?
No, they listened to it, but I didn't get signed. That's why I was like, shit, maybe I do need to sell some dope. What is this? I don't know what it is yet. I don't know what this is. You know, I gotta wake up and really don't want to do this shit and record videos and my hand hurt and I want to make some money. I can't sell no dope.
But when do you see your first check after you do the switch over?
No, I didn't make no money like 2.5 years later. That's what I'm trying to tell people. You got to stay down for the come up.
So you stayed down for 2.5 years and no dope dealing.
Yeah.
So you're really, is this when you're really struggling, you're eating these beef ramen?
No, I'm not struggling. I know how to hustle. That's the thing though. I wasn't selling weed. I wasn't selling cocaine. It was just like, the Vine was, it was a thing. It was a little thing on Vine where you could do ads for a company or something, make a couple $100. Then Instagram, you do a couple shout outs. Then I started being able to get booked in clubs to do appearances. So you kind of make a couple thousand with the club appearance. So it's like, all right, I probably made $3,000-4,000 that month, $3,000 that month. But it's like, I ain't got to sell no dope.
Yeah, of course.
You feel me? I can use this in order to do this, but I don't know how hard to go at this. I don't even know what this is. I'm just using it right now to do enough to get by. And then once other things start coming about, like, all right, you got to learn how to do stand-up.
That's what was going to be my next
movies
question.
Coming and all that. And it was like, I needed to perfect marketing myself on Instagram for me to keep going to the next level. So now I knew, I'm like, okay, I'm getting booked for appearances. This is 2014 and 15. And it's like, all right, but I got to be a comedian. I got to learn this. So I didn't go get no money for a whole year just so I could be able to understand what being a comedian was. 2014, I started doing comedy. 2014, I ain't started booking shows for real till like 2016.
Wow. So for 2 years, you're basically just studying comedy.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm learning.
You're learning. So are you going out every night or are you just watching old school videos?
I'm watching videos and watching the legends and going to all the open up, pop up, you know what I'm saying?
The open mics, you were doing those?
I'm doing all those every week.
And how was your first time going up?
My first time going up, it was at a music show. And they were just looking at me. But you got to break the ice though. So that's the thing. I broke the ice, so now I'm able to call myself a comedian because I done what comedians do. Grab the mics and try to tell jokes from the people that you don't know right then and there. But it was like, all right, where do I go from this? Do I continue or it's a journey? It's a journey. I remember the day I started to where I am now, like even with the confidence and being able to go on stage with the confidence of saying I am a performer. But I remember the stages of me not understanding, like, this job picked me because God wanted me to do this. And this was way quicker than any, like, when you do your calling, Steve Harvey said that. He said, when you do your calling, you feel me, God bless you abundantly. You feel me? Like, that's why I said it was nothing but good came out of this.
Yeah.
When I sold dope, it was
Bad.
It was not, I wouldn't say bad, it was just stressful. It was stressful.
You don't feel like your life right now can be stressful, be considered stressful?
No, it's not that. It's just, that's where I got my hustle from. That's why you realize people that's complacent, they don't have the energy to hustle. You gotta have a certain energy to be a hustler. That undeniable determination of going to get it by any means, it could be a sense of stress.
Yeah.
If you're not strong enough to understand, like, I gotta do this in order to get to the next day. Like, it was days I ain't feel like selling dope, but it was like my phone ringing. I gotta get up, go down here, go over there, gotta go to the store, gotta go pack this shit up, gotta go here. He just called me, I'm sleepy here, I'm hungry here, I wanna sit down. As soon as I sit down, my phone just rung again. But you want some money, don't you?
So you're doing your comedy. So before this comedy, it was very clear though that this is the path you are agreed with God to take.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're doing your comedy, 2 years still struggling. When's your first real big break? By the way, you still cooking them hot dogs?
No, I had to let it simmer. I've been took it out.
I thought it was hot dog soup in a minute. You know.
I let it come out, but they need a little water. A little rice.
When you cook at home, are you like this?
When I cook, I
You
have
do
a
the
chef.
sound effects? Oh, you have a chef?
Yeah, I can't cook.
Oh,
Once I did this, I feel like I ain't had to learn nothing there.
Whoa.
That's why they be like, what you
got?
got in here? I ain't did nothing yet. Gotta mix it in. Can't put it all in there at once. Who are you?
I'm like watching you cook.
do that.
Let me tell you something. When I was coming to Atlanta, all I could think was I can't wait to see DC cook some. You could ask Ryan, you could ask anybody behind the scenes. I was like, I just want to see DC cook.
With this it. This ain't nothing extravagant.
No, you do all the sound effects. This is a very special experience
This ain't
for me.
nothing extravagant.
Right there, that's what's
Oh,
special.
they gonna make a tape better, even in the mind.
Okay.
But what's your question?
So my question was, okay, you made it through your 2 years.
Right.
What's your next big break? Because you had a lot.
Well,
of
I'm still
stuff.
working on it. Technically, the next year in 2015, I get booked for Wildin' Out, and then that was the beginning of the industry break. I had the social media break with Vine and Instagram, but then now it's like the industry break. It was like, ooh.
Did Nick reach out to you, or did you audition?
I was on a management team at the time called Archive Nation. We had Young Thug and Emmanuel Hudson, and you know what I'm saying. That was a great management team at the time, and they had Emmanuel Hudson, and he had an audition, and just so happened that they knew that I was around and was around with the same team, and they was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. We got walk-up audition too, so I ended up going to do the audition, and Nick was there. And he was like, yeah, I know him, you know what I'm saying, let me see something. Did some shit. He was like, all right, we'll do this. And I did some shit. And it was like, cool. I ain't hit nothing from it, hit them back. You know, I ain't think I made it, but it was just the experience that I was proud of. Like, damn, I just performed in front of Nick Cannon, you know what I'm saying? This shit crazy, this drum line, shout. You know what I'm saying? And a couple days later, then I know Emmanuel had got flown out to go start working. And then they called like 2 days later, were like, we want DC too.
Aww. And where were you at when you got the call?
I was at the management office, and you know, it hadn't settled in, but it was just like, you know, I got that hunger, you know, from the streets that, you know, you always want an opportunity. And when you get that opportunity, it's like, man, I'm just finna show out. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm finna show out. Whatever I got to do, I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna give it my all, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And learn at the same time, but I know it's a reason why you there, so you got to know why you there. You feel me? That's why I don't get when people don't want to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a certain energy that you got to put out there to be like, man, I want to do this shit. to last for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't doing this shit because I know I'm deserving, man. Ain't none of this shit belong to me or deserving. You don't deserve none of this shit because when you look around, the blessing not only on you anyway, God blessing everybody that's around you. You ain't the only one that work, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to take your opportunity and go crazy with it, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what you was just remember?
Yeah.
I did. Like, nigga, this is different. Like, it's you're literally living the new stages of your life. But I'm not used to it because I was gonna be in the entertainment because I come from theater and I was gonna do music and act. It's just the difference of the Renaissance now. No, you're not doing music first. No, you're not gonna act just yet. You're gonna be a comedian.
So you're saying like the order was
just switched
around,
It was switched and it was a new job description. You know what I'm saying? I was funny. You probably would have figured it out in a movie or so, but I wasn't gonna be no stand-up comedian. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I probably would have played a funny role in a movie where you were like, "Boy, you funny," but I wouldn't have been no stand-up.
Well, I'll tell you this. I admire I did not know that part of your story, but I admire the fact that you did the work to do the stand-up comedian because you were like, hey, I gotta do what I gotta do to get to the next. Yeah. But that's usually you meet comics and they're like, someone in my group said I was funny and you know, I
knew I was funny. I got class clown in 12th grade.
Hey,
Same time while I'm selling dope. So it ain't I always was a class clown and a Renaissance man in my school. It's just the way my life turned out. I'm just, you know, it is what it is. That's just my environment.
What are your parents saying the whole time while all this is going on?
I mean, my mama put it in God's hand.
You keep referencing God. Like, was God
big in my household? Yeah.
Yeah.
Real big. My dad was a pastor.
You know you cooking for both of us.
You don't eat beef.
You gotta just give me.
I gotta act like I'm giving it to you?
Yes.
All right. Gotta give her death sentence. Yeah. Can't even be around it, but I'm gonna do it for the show.
Hey, I gotta, you know what?
All right.
I'll take one for team. This is my baby.
All right, here it is.
I wanna eat.
I ain't gonna give you too much.
I wanna eat your cooking.
I ain't gonna give you too much. Don't you eat that shit?
Yeah. You act like I'm gonna like have a seizure or something.
I don't know.
Okay, let's see. All you added was the beef flavor? That's it?
That's it. And the beef hot dog.
Oh, let's try this. Cheers.
See, that was wrong with y'all.
Cheers. There, okay? You could eat. I didn't eat off the fork, DC. You could eat it. Okay, ready?
I don't know about you. I pray for my food.
You could pray it out loud. You could pray for mine.
I mean, you know, I don't know how everybody's relationship is.
No, man, pray for mine.
I pray for the food, but if you want to be with me,
No, man, go ahead.
was cool.
Go ahead, pray.
You know what I'm saying?
Pray.
Okay, thank you, Heavenly Father, for this beautiful meal. We pray that this food grant us the nutrition that we need. In Jesus' name we pray. Yeshua's name we pray, amen.
Amen.
Amen. Mine delicious. I don't know about you.
Yeah, these noodles are
You
definitely
allergic?
overcooked and
No,
all
they
that,
not.
but you know what I'm saying?
Because we was talking.
You could literally not chew. You have no teeth in your mouth. It
Well,
melt
you know what?
it melt in your mouth,
Let me show you what we do.
not in your hands.
When it ain't saucy enough. What you do, ladies and gents? You pack another one. That's for the rich folks in the hood. That can waste noodles. So you cook one and throw the other one in the trash. Why? Because you needed the sauce.
You need more seasoning?
Sound like that's what you need.
First of all, didn't you say your mom used a lot of salt and
This
all
ain't
that?
that.
Is this a generational?
This ain't that.
Okay. Thanks for looking out for mine. So, you've been at this for over, 10 years now?
Big bus. Yeah, 10 years in August.
You said what?
Big bus. Take it with you. That means it's delicious.
It ain't. When was the last time you ate this? You eat this all the time?
I ain't ate this shit in years.
Years?
Yeah.
You have a private chef now.
Yeah, I used to eat this with hot chocolate. Hot chocolate, I don't know. Don't ask me why hot chocolate. I just felt business like when I was drinking the hot chocolate. I don't know. It would be in a mug too, so I get through and be like, I don't know.
You don't drink coffee?
No.
I don't drink coffee either.
Nah, I ain't with that coffee shit.
I love hot chocolate.
Yeah,
I
hot
actually,
chocolate.
in LA when we shoot, I usually drink Yoo-Hoos on set.
For real.
I freaking
Oh,
love
you- oh,
Yoo-Hoos. I don't know why.
You showing your age.
It's okay. I'm still young.
You
know,
are,
they
but
say-
I'm
they
just
say
saying,
40s
motherfucker say you. Hey, man.
They be
The
good.
kid now they don't even know what they think you say Yahoo.
First of all, I used to call it Yahoo, but my team
Real.
correct me 100 times. They like, stop calling it Yahoo.
But the
it's
Yoo-Hoos is the chocolate milk of them all.
Yeah, and you know what else? Did you know that they have the strawberry flavor? A lot of people don't know that.
You was one of them. You was one of them in the school getting strawberry milk and shit.
No, I just found out about it like
I
2
can't
years
stand
ago.
anybody who grabbed the strawberry milk in school. You are aggravating.
First of all, I always grab the chocolate, but I just discovered.
Okay, chocolate
yeah,
off
yeah.
the chain.
Yeah, and now that I am not broke anymore, not that it makes a difference, I'm Nesquik all day now.
Nesquik.
Nesquik.
Nesquik cool.
Nesquik is way better than Yoo-Hoo.
Is that so?
Did you know Yoo-Hoos have no dairy?
For real?
I think so. Actually, I'm lying. I told someone that was on my show, and then they drank it, and then I read later on the back,
See what I'm saying?
it said like dry milk.
That's why you got to do your own research.
You almost ate pork and beans.
That's
earlier.
why I had to look.
Thank God. Okay, so you've been doing at this for a while. So you get through the Wildin' Out auditions.
Mm-hmm.
What's your next play? And wait, when you do your first season, are you making bread, or are you just happy that you made it to the next level?
Start making money. That's
Yeah,
all you. That's
we
all
gotta get to that
When you
part.
making money early and fine, like nah, it's a struggle.
How long
through
was
the
the
whole
struggle?
process.
Yeah.
That's why everybody don't make it in this industry. It's a struggle for a long time. That was your generational thing that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a struggle. Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? No, I didn't make no money. I didn't make no money until later on in the industry.
Okay.
When you say making money, like you able to pay, who you need to pay, and
Yeah. Are you able to like self-maintain with no
put stuff
side
up.
hustles?
no side hustles. Yeah.
After Wildin' Out or a little after Wildin' Out?
If the corporate gonna be your new hustle, you gotta know how to perfect your new hustle.
Nice.
what
So
I'm
there was something you mentioned earlier about like cleaning up your Instagram to help market yourself better.
Right.
What did you mean by that?
Show the world what you want them to know.
Okay.
A lot of people expecting people to know who you are. Nobody know who you are or give a fuck.
People give, yeah.
No,
Well, they give a
nobody
fu-
care.
They
Nobody
give a
care. Nobody cares.
after.
Nobody cares who you are in the industry. Nobody gives a fuck about what you do. Nobody cares.
What you mean?
Man, I don't care. All that walking in, you know who I am. I don't give a fuck. That shit don't scare nobody unless it scares somebody. But you ain't the only motherfucker doing that. And you really too high. You expensive. They can't wait to pay a motherfucker cheap price. It's like selling dope. You walking in this motherfucker talking about you the nigga with all the dope and this how high you is. And they like, but guess what? It's niggas buying this step down bullshit. So you can get your ass up out of here. Cause I can make a profit selling this step down shit.
Yep. Okay.
I'm okay. So that's why me selling dope gave me a business mind. That was my what you call that? Alley hoop beginners class into actually going to school for business.
Okay.
Because even when you look at all the narcos and all that, I look at all that shit. They were great businessmen. Your heart got to be intact.
Okay. So what is one of the most painful lessons you learned in being in the industry thus far?
Painful lessons? I don't let shit get to me. You ain't got no friends. Nobody cares who you are and what you do.
That's what you learned in the industry.
Yeah.
But now I come to 85 South. Shout outs to everything you guys have built here.
Right.
And there's so much love in this environment. It's absolutely beautiful. Especially coming from LA, because LA, you don't feel this type of shit. First of all, there's no hospitality like what I've experienced here at 85. Is that why you built this, I would say this domain over here, because you wanted a safe haven? Because this doesn't feel like industry over here.
Right.
It feels like love and family.
It's very structured, but it's when God align you up with people that's, God fearing and really have a vision and trust people, you can really build anything. And I think the infrastructure on building something or how it's to be done, we really don't have no guide for it. A lot of people think like, take $3 million, bro, this road fabricating shit. Just like even you say, like, how long did it take for you to make money? It take you a long time to make some money, and depending on what you think is money.
Yeah, that was gonna be also another question. Was like, what did? At least when you get that first check from being broke, you was like, yo, had to have been that moment of like, yo.
I just knew what I was risking to get this money that I ain't risking no more.
What do you mean? Are you comparing it to the drugs?
Yeah, I'm just saying risking period. It was like, ooh, I got 4,000 and I didn't have to risk my life for it. You feel me? That's more motivation. It was like, ooh.
I feel like that your life before is where you kind of hold that bar of everything. Is it?
Yes, that's my analogy for it all. It's like, ooh, this is the cocaine. This is the weed. This is the plug. Ooh, this is Pablo Escobar. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like everything has an analogy for it because I know how serious it was. Like, don't put your name on bad dope. You want to have an easy sell. Okay, you know what to do and have a hard sell. Okay, you know when it's slow. Okay, you know when it's speed up.
Okay, but that's your measuring tool?
That's my measuring tool.
And then on the opposite,
when the business.
Yeah, but then you have this other measuring tool when it comes to God and spiritually.
Yeah, so you can always have a great heart and a great character so you won't become wicked in the world. But I'm also thankful that I'm not in the streets because I'd have been a very not likable person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, y'all know me. And then it's crazy because, like, even when in high school, you see me, I'm winning class clown and all that. But it's like, my friends know me for that. My peers may have seen me in that. You know me for that. But if I don't know you, I ain't speaking. And I ain't really, I'm not really a friendly person. You know, I'm not like, hey, no. I'm not just attracting energy that I don't know. Mm-hmm. I really don't want to be involved. I really don't want to have a conversation.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to do this show.
No, most definitely, man. I appreciate you, man. You seen this great meal. You know what I'm saying? I done made a mess. Your shit's so clean over there.
Yeah, thank God I didn't take the bite of the beef. Do you want my little beef piece?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
I'm a real nigga, no, boy.
You stay loving that seasoning.
That's it right now.
During the pandemic.
Yeah, ain't nobody go to work.
How'd you get by? You had the money from Wow?
Girl, I ain't had no damn money.
During the pandemic?
I ain't had no money.
That was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So what happened? What do you mean you didn't have any money during it?
I ain't got no money. Shit, I ain't got no money now. We just got by. Shit. We know how to live. We know how to live by means. You know what I'm saying? I know what I need. I know how much to eat.
Did you build this infrastructure during the pandemic, or was it in process prior to the
This
pandemic?
right here is a collective of people credit. We did it the business way like everybody else do.
Mm-hmm.
You know
but were you doing this during the pandemic or prior to the pandemic?
What year this year? 2024?
Mm-hmm. You looking at Ryan for the answer? Ryan, what's the answer?
Nah. Probably like toward the end. Around like 2021. Because the pandemic was a long time. Depending on how long your pandemic was. My pandemic, I ain't had no pandemic.
Well, I guess in Atlanta, apparently, you guys were only shut down for 3 weeks up here.
No, we were shut down for 8 months.
8 months? How was LA shut down for 2
you talking about nightlife. You talking about, see, I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying during the day LA was still shut down, okay?
No, 8 months was shut down in Atlanta before we even went back to work again. I remember the day we was at work and they told us to hold tight. They sending people home. Like, we in an arena. I sold out 20,000 seats at Wild and Out. They sending 20,000 people home. Because they just did a mandate. Told them, hey, man, y'all get up out of here.
In the middle of it?
No, why they coming? Like, nigga, they literally like, it was a world shutdown. They saying no gathering over 500 people. If you got anything, man, that shit is, man, your ass is damn near about to commit a felony crime. Like, we're having a world crisis. Shut that shit down. It's 20,000 people in Baltimore coming to a show and them folk being turned around. Because we just did a show in Washington, D.C. the day before. 15,000. I remember that like it was yesterday. We all sitting downstairs in the arena like, what the fuck is going on? This shit got to be fake. No, that shit was real. 8 months, that shit.
8 months. So now you are DC the most poppin', everybody.
DC the mosquito fly.
Yeah, DC the mosquito fly. And what do you have ironed out for your future?
I mean, just want to be an executive, man. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at the people like you know, like Mario Van Peebles, what's you call, who be at the Knicks games, man? Spike Lee, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to just be moguls in the culture for helping others. You know, I think a lot of people like, put me on. And you like, bruh, first of all, you asking somebody to put you somewhere where you don't even know where you want to go. Mm-hmm. All right? And he using his face card, his pool, and when you're doing it as a team, you have to win as a team. When one person fucks up, it's you fuck your recruit up. That's why people don't even know how business is work. Like, it's a business. That's why I love business. I want to go to school for business. Like, I'm just so intrigued. Like, this is a business. We built this shit from ground up. I love it. Mm-hmm. From dirt, from clay, and then look. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every time I come in here, I'm like, bro, we can do anything we put our fucking mind to. It's just, you know.
Was this building just a lot?
I mean, it was nothing.
Wow.
It was a building, but it wasn't this infrastructure went in here.
It was like an industrial.
It was open space.
Yeah.
So, you know, every wall, every corner.
I mean, you guys went into the bath. I love the bathroom painted floors. I was like,
that's Ryan, freak ass. Every time you go in there, you be like, let me hurry to get the fuck up out their bathroom, man.
But it was like the attention to detail around here is pretty impressive.
Yeah, you know, everybody had their little detail. You know, Ryan won't do the bathroom, so we gave it to him. Yeah,
but I am a little confused how you guys have a dishwasher here that has never been used. But you know, it's safe to say that
don't wash their ass, man. Get the fuck on around here. I think we got washing machines at the house. You don't want to ever wash your clothes.
No, dishwasher.
Oh,
you guys
dishwasher.
have a whole dishwasher. The tape hasn't.
I don't think a lot of people use the dishwasher.
Let me tell you, in the last 3 days,
it's like you walking there and you still see the dishes dirty. You like, you better all clean these bitches yourself.
No, let me just tell you something right now, okay?
You use your dishwasher?
Yes.
I
do. It works. It's not like back in the day when they didn't work. Plus, they have like these special pods that like make it all spot free.
Where I come from, you had a dishwasher and it didn't work. It may have cut on.
Yeah.
But if you cut that bitch on, here come the water leak. Cut that shit off.
Nah. Let me tell you something. My dishwasher breaks is immediate emergency. Like, book whoever.
You don't want to get your fingers dirty?
Especially with nails. Like,
I
it's, you know.
I figured. You just want to sit it in and press play.
I do it like rinse and like, you know, make sure the food's off and all that, you know. Okay. If there's anything
I think that's what my mama forgot when we got our dishwasher. She forgot to rinse the food off.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to.
So she put it in there. It's soaked, still dried soup and spaghetti.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to do that. That's how they break too.
Yeah, that's why I broke.
And you want to know another secret that's so random, kind of similar to the beach thing, is a lot of people don't know how to load a dishwasher correctly.
I was just finna say that.
Like, you go on YouTube.
Silverware in the back.
Yeah, go on YouTube and learn how to load a dishwasher.
It's behind the dishwasher. Up now, you got to take the rack out. Like, to get the silverware.
Nah, a lot of people don't know how to load a dishwasher, and I learned that if you load it correctly, it also helps clean the dishes properly.
Well, they need to teach us that too, though.
So YouTube. I learned it on YouTube.
See, the access of the internet is crazy right now.
You was looking up fights, and I was looking up how to.
You gotta understand, World Star was, man, that's all I looked up was battle rap and fights.
I heard World Star.
I didn't care to look up nothing else.
Did World Star ever help you at any point in your career? Because there were some influencers.
World Star still helpful now. Mm-hmm. They got a huge platform. Shout out to World Star, man.
I'm saying it helped you personally in your career.
Yeah, but anytime you put some shit on World Star, man, that was our first exposure to the shit. That's what you want. Don't you get put on World Star. But if you make World Star, that's some good shit. But if you got put on World Star unintentionally, well, that's bad. That mean the world seeing your ass get beat up.
In your whole career, what would you say is your biggest highlight?
My biggest highlight? I'm gonna just say, I'm like, ooh. You know what I mean? You know, just realizing that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest highlight of it all. Like, confidently knowing that God got my back. You know what I'm saying? He got my friends back. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always go through stuff, but long as you just stay righteous and your spirit don't break. You know, we human, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad I do comedy and I stay out the way. You know what I'm saying? I'm human. I'm a real human. And a lot of stuff that agitate me, people won't know that it agitate me because I'm doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? I can't react off impulse. I think a lot of people act off impulse. And if I was an impulse person, and if I was to react off impulsively, you probably wouldn't like me.
Yeah. If you have to choose between being an executive and talent, would you give up being talent to be executive? I'm not saying that I'm not negating one or the other, but I'm saying if you had to choose between the two.
No, it's just hard because I am the talent. But in order for you to take control of your business, you have to become an executive. You know, and I think a lot of talent just focus on being talent and thinking talent is all. I just told you, don't nobody give a fuck about you. That's the executive.
That's the executive.
That's the executive saying, "Hey, my nigga, you think you that fine? Let me tell you who you ain't. Let me tell you the people that have done it before you. You gotta be a historian of your culture, of whatever you're doing. You want to be great? You think you great, or you think you're doing a good enough job? Like that's how I train myself and coach myself, like mentally in my head, like to continue. Cause to be great, if it's 9 to 5, I want to come in this bitch from 8 to 7.
I like that. Yeah.
I'm gonna still get some sleep, but you only be better for yourself the hours that's you're not supposed to be. So when you overwork, you know what I'm saying? You like to overwork. I like to say majority of my life I was overqualified. That's why I didn't get picked. And then, you know, they try to make it seem like you the problem. And it's like, no, you're a threat.
I like that. I like that. So where can everyone keep up with you?
Hey, man, follow your boy, DC Young Blizzle, everywhere. You dig what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just, 85 South, we going crazy, man. The tour going crazy. Celebrity Squares going crazy. I just produced a movie that's dropping March 1st in theaters with Mario Van Peebles called Outlaw Posse. So make sure y'all go check that out. So that's the executive bag that I'm trying to tap into to be able to walk around, in the industry to be like, I'm a producer. Not only as a producer on just streaming. No, we produce theatrical, and shout out to Mario Van Peebles for allowing me to have that experience, because that's one of those ones that don't come by often, and that's a sign to say not only was I an actor, I also had input on this movie and how it's supposed to be perceived, and it's a great movie. If you like Westerns, go see it, man. If you don't, still go see this shit, because this shit off the chain.
See it, support. Thank you again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Most definitely.
Eating my bro.